This is former TNA World Champion Raven, and you're listening to TNA Cross the Line podcast. Quote the Raven, nevermore. And don't cross the line. Or do cross the line. I'm not really sure if you're supposed to, you're not supposed to. I don't know. Whatever. You get it.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
And we're back with episode 373 of the TNA Cross the Line podcast. I am Colling Jr. and with me as always is Dallas Gridley. In Dallas, we are heading towards Hard Justice, which is in just about, 3 weeks from now, I think, roughly. Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
On today's episode, we are looking at a show. If I could have clicked on the right link, I could say it, and I'm going to right about now. It's the July 24th, 2008 edition of iMPACT, and we know quite a bit of what is going to be happening here. The featured bout tonight is likely going to be the table elimination match, where the team of AJ Styles, Christian Cage, and Rhino will be taking on Kurt Angle in Team 3D. Now, it was noted by Christian that two tables will break or something. The way that because it's an elimination.
Yes. I think he said 5 total. Didn't he?
5, right. He said 5 total, which would mean that at least potentially 2 of his own teammates or himself will be going through a table. So I don't know if you understood that realistically doesn't have to happen. It could just be 3. And his team would win. But he's foreshadowing that Rhino at least is probably going to be going through a table.
If there's anyone, it's going to be Rhino. Let's be real. Absolutely.
Also tonight, we've had the heated rivalry, not the HBO Max show, but here in 2008, over the tag team titles, Beer Money Incorporated, James Storm and Robert Roode. Well, they've been going around strapping everybody with straps, whipping them, LAX, Hector Guerrero, whatever. But tonight, the Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, have challenged them to a strap match. And I believe fairly recently, Motor City Machine Guns beat Beer Money, right?
Yes. I think they did. Yeah, they beat him right before the pay-per-view. And then they got their heat back after the match. It was kind of a weird situation, but
right. So that is to be tonight. But also tonight, we have a championship match. The TNA Knockouts Championship. Taylor Wilde, the champion, is defending against Velvet Sky. Not Gail Kim, not Awesome Kong, not Roxy, not ODB, not even Angelina Love, but Velvet Sky. So, Dallas, how are we feeling as we head into another episode of iMPACT and as we head towards Hard Justice?
Well, I'll tell you what. This episode of iMPACT kind of feels pretty loaded. Championship matches, 2 great tag teams facing off, and that huge tables match. Dude, we are getting spoiled tonight. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. You're kind of knocking on Velvet a little bit, but dude, she earned it. She won that gauntlet match.
I am not knocking her. I'm just saying it's an actual different opponent that we haven't seen get a title match.
Yeah, I do like that. It's fresh.
I think that you thinking that I'm knocking her means that you are diminishing her.
No, I actually like Velvet Sky a lot.
Then you wouldn't have thought that I was diminishing her.
Well, you're like, oh, it's not Roxy and ODB and all the other girls.
All the same girls that... No, I didn't say better. I said all those people have gotten title matches, and now it's Velvet Sky. So you're saying all those women are better than Velvet Sky. Don't twist your commentary.
I'm reading Bob very well here, guys.
You're putting your commentary into my mouth, and then trying to say that I said that. I never said that. Now, are all those women better than Velvet Sky? Yes, but I did not say that in my rundown. I just said that it's a different challenger from the norm.
I'm a mind reader. What can I say? I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be good to see a fresh opponent, and it's a fresh match we've never seen, especially because Taylor Wilde has only fought 2 people, and out of her few matches that she's had, most of them were against Awesome Kong. So, and Bob has just pulled out the largest book I've ever seen of the Pro Wrestling Observer from 2000. So, unfortunately, there's no TNA notes in there, but
It's part 1.
It's pretty. Part 1.
Part 1. And then equally as big. Part 2.
I need to try to talk you out of doing this, I think. I know, because I didn't realize it was like that. That's a lot. Those are going to add up real fast.
It's every... I'm not actually going to read those. I was doing a bit. But, yeah, no, it's every newsletter just in printed form. In one book.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's the 2000 one. So he, like, does, like, rundowns of, like, whoa, this is what happened on Nitro. It's a lot of text.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point, because at that time, there was 2 major U.S. shows happening still.
Yeah, right. So, like, when I have 84 and 85, he's not doing, like, rundowns of every show. Like, he'll give, like, tidbits and stuff like that. But he's, like, doing, like, segment 1, segment 2, segment 3.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
It's like, holy shit. Yeah.
Well, speaking of rundowns, let's do a quick rundown of our last show from the July 17th, 2008 episode of Impact. And then I have some ratings notes for you as well. We saw Petey Williams retain his X Division title against Kaz in 4 minutes and 55 seconds, and now Kaz is being seen as this big disappointment. He's letting everyone down after Destination X, or not Destination X, Victory Road. I was thinking of the Ultimate X. So that happened. He lost. And Petey seems to be healthy. He's not wearing his face mask anymore. The next match featured Matt Morgan defeating Jimmy Rave, and Christy Hemme was ringside in 1 minute and 41 seconds. And after that match, Christy ran to the back and came back out with the newly renamed, legally name changed, Lance Rock. That's right. Lance White has a new name. And he fought Matt Morgan, but Matt Morgan won that match in even less time, 1 minute and 36 seconds. After that, we saw that 10 Knockouts Battle Royal where Velvet Sky defeated Angelina Love, Christy Hemme, Gail Kim, Jacqueline ODB, Raka Khan, Roxy Salinas, and Tracy Brooks in 12 minutes and 54 seconds. And that's where she's got the match tonight. After that one, Sanjay Dutt defeated Eric Young and Johnny Devine in 2 minutes 33 seconds. And then in the main event, we saw Booker T defeat Consequences Creed in a stretcher match. In 6 minutes and 29 seconds, Booker T selected his opponent, handpicked from the TNA merch table program. And he liked that Consequences Creed had the Rocky appeal to him, which we have never actually even seen until this episode. So it's kind of interesting. Also, we saw, remind me their name, Bob. It's the Prince Justice
Brotherhood.
We saw them form. That was Curryman, Shark Boy, and Super Eric. So he's back.
Right. And then if anybody's, as I kind of informed you, that name is essentially a rib on Abyss. Because he had been known as Prince Justice before. It was originally just Justice, and then he was known as Prince Justice later on.
I think that's a great rib, for the record.
I didn't even... Obviously, like in 2008, I would never have known that. But as the years had gone by, I had learned more about Abyss, and then I kind of put it together. I was like, oh, wait a minute. And then I looked it up, and I think Eric Young was quoted as saying, like, yeah, there's a rib on Abyss. Chris Park.
Yeah, no, that's pretty. I'm a big fan of that. That episode of Impact did a 1.05 rating and 1.5 million viewers. This is the most viewers the show has done in months. The show did a 0.66 in males 18 to 34 and a 0.82 in males 35 to 49 and a 0.48 in women 18 to 49. Women viewers were way up. And Dave says, I won't even begin to try and explain why. I don't even know if you even really could. Just for the record, but
Right.
yeah. So that is pretty much the main notes I have for us. I have plenty we're going to talk about during the show. Don't you worry about that. But we do have some house shows to talk about, and I really only have a note about the Monroe show. So Bob, if you want to take it from here.
All right. Let's go to July 18th in Tyler, Texas. On Cage Match, it is reported as being 750 fans in attendance, and the results are the following. Jay Lethal defeating Sanjay Dutt. Super Eric victorious over James Storm. ODB and Roxy defeating the Beautiful People. TNA X Division champion Petey Williams retained against the KAZ. The TNA Tag Team Champions LAX retained against the Motor City Machine Guns. Christian Cage defeated Tomko. And in the main event, AJ Styles defeated Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say about this one. The 750 is the same reported crowd number I do have, though. That's pretty much all I have for that first show.
Alrighty then. Let's head to Monroe, Louisiana, with a attendance of 2,000 people on Cage Match. It's July 19th, 2008. Jay Lethal defeated Sanjay Dutt. ODB and Roxy defeating the Beautiful People. James Storm defeated Eric Young. TNA X Division champion Petey Williams retained against the KAZ. LAX retained the TNA Tag Team titles against the Motor City Machine Guns. Christian Cage defeated Tomko. And AJ Styles defeated Kurt Angle in the main event.
Okay, so this one I have a bunch of notes about the matches. I don't know why this is the only show. I also do have the 2,000 crowd number, which is pretty solid, really. He does note a strong house show report from Monroe. Styles pin Angle with a Styles Clash in 14 minutes on top in a strong match. Angle then cut a babyface promo after the match, thanking everyone for coming and posing for photos. The crowd treated Angle like a babyface from the start and booed Styles, so Angle and Styles worked to turn the crowd, which gradually happened. Cage pinned Tomko with the Unprettier. After the match, Cage led people singing Happy Birthday to Jeremy Borash, who does the house show ring announcing, so that's why he was there. The mayor of Monroe, Louisiana, came out to do a promo and talked about bringing a pay-per-view to the city. TNA constantly, at its house shows, talks about bringing a pay-per-view to the city as a way to get a pop. Mm-hmm. So, doesn't mean necessarily there's anything to it, but LAX in Motor City Machine Guns, it says they, beat them with the 5150 and Hernandez pinning Sabin. Crowd cheered LAX, but both teams played face and shook hands when it was over. Williams pinning Kaz kept the title with Canadian Destroyer. No surprise there. Williams was cheered more than Kaz, so that's not necessarily great, I feel like, but hey. I don't have nothing about ODB and Roxy against Beautiful People. He just says the result. Storm pinned Eric Young with a super kick after spitting beer in his face. In the post-match, saw Storm pull out a belt, and Young crawled under the ring and came back out as Super Eric, cleaning house and getting the belt and whipping Storm. The opener saw Lethal and Dutt go 7 minutes with an elbow off the top. Was the finish for that one. That's it for that show. Yeah, that's it for that show. Yeah, nothing super crazy. Just it's fun to hear the finishes.
Okay, the last one is in North Little Rock, Arkansas. The attendance being reported on Cage Match as being 1,800. Of course, this is July 20th, 2008. And guess what, guys? This card. Jay Lethal defeating Sanjay Dutt. Christian Cage defeated Tomko. ODB and Roxy defeated the Beautiful People. The TNA X Division champion Petey Williams retained against the KAZ. The TNA Tag Team champions LAX defeated the Motor City Machine Guns. James Storm defeated Eric Young. And in the main event, AJ Styles defeated Kurt Angle. And if you're wondering, hey Bob, were all three house shows the same card? Well, guess what? Yes.
They were. I think there was a slight order switch here, but
the order switch, yeah, but it's the
but
same
yeah, which is exactly why I think I have no other real notes here. I do have the 1,800 for North Little Rock listed. He does say pretty much the same show on the other two nights. In Little Rock, somehow Lethal got a prosthetic leg and tried to attack Dutt with it after the match, but he escaped. So there's that. Also, Angle bled in Little Rock from a punch by Styles that connected a little stiff. And guess what? They also teased the idea of bringing a pay-per-view to Little Rock. So there's that for you.
Now, back in what would have been 2007, do you recall them ever being like at that Syracuse House show? What if we brought a pay-per-view to the fairgrounds?
I really don't. But that doesn't mean they didn't do it.
Right.
And same goes for the future house show that we'll talk about eventually in 2009. They could have said it, and I just don't remember.
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like, I don't know, if it's so obvious you're not going to do it, would you do it? I guess for a pop, maybe.
Yeah, the cheap pop.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really cheap pop. Because, of course, people
Yes.
in little Syracuse, New York are going to be like, oh, yeah, baby, let's go. Pay-per-view. It ain't going to happen. But, although, funny enough, the building they ran for that house show in 2009 probably could have been set up pretty well for the way that we've been seeing them for pay-per-views.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't, I don't know, I'm getting too into it. It doesn't really matter.
We haven't had a pay-per-view in Syracuse since the first In Your House Mother's Day of 1995. So.
Okay, well, there you go. I mean,
I was there.
So. Well, that's really exciting. I was 2 years old, so unfortunately I was not. But I do think it's really cool. The first one was here, so I'm gonna take that for what it is. I mean, it's just like, and we talked about it on here too. But we had our first televised wrestling taping just a couple months ago with Impact here since what 2000 or 2001. Yeah.
Ever since 2000, the last time before that there was a nationally televised show filmed in Syracuse was when David Arquette won the WCW World Title on Thunder. Not even a Nitro. Thunder,
yeah. Although, big world title, I mean, big moment.
Infamous, for sure.
Infamous moment.
Yeah.
When I met David Arquette at that Northeast Wrestling show many years ago that you attended with me, he had that picture, and I said, you won that in my hometown? I said, this photo is taken in the building I go to house shows at.
Right.
Which was really cool.
I remember at the big time wrestling event when Sting was like cutting a promo and people were yelling out like, Arquette won the title here. And he was like, that was here?
What?
Are you sure? He's like, yeah, dude, like we know. And he's like, huh. Okay, so there's some history here in Syracuse. It's like,
yeah, there sure is.
Sure is, buddy.
It's not the history we necessarily want to talk about, but there is history here.
No, that's all we got.
That's so funny that you remember that. That's good. That's good stuff.
That's pretty good.
I also do that big time wrestling show with Sting. We technically didn't see Sting. We saw Steve Borden.
Steve Borden, right?
Because he did not have his. He had the sunglasses.
He didn't have face paint on.
No, because I met him at that show because I was like, oh my god, fucking Sting in Syracuse. Like, are you kidding me? And I got my belt signed and stuff, and I met him. And I was like, I mean, this is cool, but he's not wearing the face paint. But it's Sting, so whatever. Which is exactly why him and Lex Luger came to this store in Albany. Oh, I jumped on that. I said, I'm getting the double pick with Sting and Luger, and Sting's in full gimmick. I said, yep, we're doing that.
That's hilarious.
No brainer. I
don't think I realized that he didn't have face paint on.
No, he was just there. He was Steve Borden from mid 2006.
My God. All right. Well, that is the pre-show notes, right?
Yeah, that's it. Like I said, I have a bunch of stuff we're going to talk about during the show, so don't you guys worry. It's not a drought week, even though sometimes I wish it was.
No. Me too. All right, well, let's get into the July 24th, 2008 edition of TNA Impact. If you want to watch along with us, you can head over to the TNA Plus app, or if you have it in your own personal collection, That will do the trick as well. The approximate runtime for our version is 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 38 seconds. I'm going to count down from 3. When I say play, that is when our live watch will begin. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh, mine is really loud.
Same with mine. Now, speaking of TNA Plus, now we had gone to the One Up show just yesterday, and we saw Brett. But Brett, before that, had texted me saying, "Do you remember the Hot Shots?"
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then I saw him at the show, and I asked him, "Do you know the Hot Shots gimmick?" And he goes, "No." And I go, "It's because they have massive wieners."
I was going to say, did you ask him if he saw how they stuffed their trunks?
No, he did not notice that. And then I was like, that checks out because, not to say that I am this person, but Brett is the type of guy that is not necessarily looking at men's junk.
But it's like once you see it.
Once you see it, you can't unsee it. So.
Yeah, it's like we just saw. Oh wait, here's the title. Now you see him, now you don't. We just saw highlights of what's been happening recently with Sting, Samoa Joe, Booker T. We're getting shot. Samoa Joe's coming out through the crowd, sort of through the LAX entrance area. It looks like.
Still wearing a suit.
Okay, it's not the LAX side, but.
Oh, Kevin Nash. Wait, is that still Cage?
Yep. It sounds like we might be getting an announcement of that rumor we heard of the Booker T Samoa Joe cage match.
Does Samoa Joe have a massive zit on his forehead, or is that a cut?
It's a cut. He had it last week too.
Oh, okay.
Could you imagine if he had like it's like this big of a fucking
Just a
massive? It's like a cyst.
That looks like a zit to me. That does not look like a cut.
No, it's very interesting.
That's so funny. You know, when Booker was fighting Creed, I would have figured that it would be Booker and Joe in a stretcher match.
Honestly, that would be.
I would be fine with
an
that.
ambulance match if you want, whatever. I actually like that idea a lot, especially because the way the match ended at Victory Road, where him just beating and beating and beating down on Booker T, you almost kind of like that idea of one of us is going to leave in a stretcher. Okay, yeah, so Samoa Joe's confirmed right now. It's you and me and the Six Heads of Steel, and as soon as he says that, Booker T's music hits. And unfortunately, my notes on my iPad aren't, which is very irritating at the beginning of the show. Booker T comes out in his red robe with the TNA title belt, which is not his.
No. Possession, as Raven has told us before, is 9/10 of the law.
And remember, the funny part of this is that technically, the way that the show ended last week, Samoa Joe could have gotten the title back, but he's not getting handouts. He is waiting to gain his own title back.
Is Booker got a beard?
I think he's just got like a little scruff.
He didn't have that. Did he have that?
What, last week?
He's usually clean shaven, right? Am I losing my mind?
He usually is. I guess I can't remember what he looked like last week. But I also think this was taped the day after, so whatever he looks like here, he probably had the day before.
Okay, because that's what I was gonna say. Because this was technically just the day after, and it looks like he's got a full-fledged borderline beard.
You can definitely see
he's got the 5 o'clock shadow for sure.
100. Just let me know how scared he really is, Booker T saying. Kev, tell him you know what I'm talking about. So he's almost talking more to Kevin Nash here than Samoa Joe, which is pretty insulting. He can't even talk to Samoa Joe about it. Samoa Joe chewing gum in the most obnoxious way possible.
Don't you love that? The worst thing is when people are chewing like double bubble, and it's so thick that they can't they can't not be doing that.
Right. Couple ladders, a few chairs. Okay, this might not be a normal steel cage match.
Booker T is challenging Samoa Joe to a steel cage, tables, ladders, and chairs match.
It's essentially Lethal Lockdown, but with 2 people.
Okay, buzzkill. Has there ever been a ladder match inside of a steel cage?
I'll tell you what. If there was, it was in TNA. So I don't know if it has, but if it was happen, TNA.
I think that would be a hell of an idea. You tip over the ladder, and the guy on the ladder crashes off the side of the cage.
I mean, that would be a nice visual.
But
I'm trying to even think like the fact that when you set up the ladder, you're already over the top of the cage to like be able to.
Well, you'd be retrieving the title. The title would be in the air.
Yeah. But I'm just thinking of the visual of like you being on the ladder above the cage area.
Right.
Okay, we're backstage with JB interviewing Christian Cage, Rhino, and AJ Styles, and there is a table set in the background to remind us they're in an Elimination Tables match tonight. I don't know why Sting laid Joe out at Victory Road. We're still trying to play into this is Sting a heel thing, which unfortunately for me is not working. He's talking about showing up in someone's corner. Who did he say?
I think it's about Sting.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I know how you feel about Sting. Now listen, I used to love Sting. I brought him back. I was his tag team partner, and then I fucking turned on him. We all love him.
I turned on him at Hard Justice 2006.
To me, they're an enemy. Yeah, I'm Christian Cage, and I get overlooked as one of the first big jumps over to TNA, and everyone only talks about Kurt Angle, but Raven did it too, and I was here, and no one seems to care about that.
It's always Kurt. Yeah, it's always.
And then you have interviewers named Chris who act like no one really understands the impact that Kurt Angle had, even though he was arguably a major impact, and everyone talks about it. So,
speaking of, I'll say the name, Chris Van Vliet. I saw a clip recently where he interviewed Layla.
Oh, dude.
Right? And she says something about like being I don't know the full quote, but it's like not good. It's like somebody was inappropriate, I think, with her. And then Chris,
it was like assault allegations.
Yeah, okay.
And,
so
I think he goes,
yeah.
Oh.
Nothing else. No follow-up. Nothing.
What?
Oh.
Well, I also, speaking of him, since we're seeing just match card graphics here, will Samoa Joe sign? He's talking about the weapons part. I just happened to see a clip of him interviewing Heidenreich after Heidenreich essentially no-showed the show we went to yesterday.
Yeah.
And he's like, so, why'd you start wearing red? And Heidenreich is like, I don't know, it's just, that was the creative. And like, it was worked out pretty awesome. And I was like, wow, what a fucking clip.
What a great clip. Why did you start wearing red? What?
Dude. I mean, I don't know. We're seeing a Sting video now of, it's just like talking about his inner demons and stuff. I don't know. This is really weird.
His interviews, I'm going to say it, his interviews are very similar to like RF Video. Rob Feinstein.
Softball.
What was it like working with Rob Van Dam?
Dude, and it's like,
hey, Rob Van Dam, what were your memories of One Night Stand against John Cena?
But there are some people, like, I'm pretty sure Cardona has said it, and I really like Cardona, but he says Chris Van Vliet is the best in the game right now.
No way.
And it's like, just because you interview a big name doesn't mean that you're the best.
Right. He's the best because he doesn't ask the hard-hitting question.
Yeah, so of course he's the best. He's good for PR.
Right.
We got the Rock and Rave infection. Oh, it's actually just Jimmy Rave with Lance Rock. No Christy Hemme. I wonder why that is. Well, this should be a fun one. We love you, Evansville. Hey, all we want to know is who wants to get infected. I love the Rock and Roll infection. I thought I knew this was coming in our timeline, I thought I was gonna hate it. I have come to truly love the Rock and Roll infection. It is so fun.
I think they're pretty good.
Consequences Creed, who lost a stretcher match last week, is here tonight. Don't you worry. We're in that.
That's okay. So here,
again?
one thing about wrestling, right? Obviously, you have to suspend your disbelief. But it's so crazy what in this universe that people can handle, and then they're back. This is technically filmed the next day.
Right.
So I was watching some lower level WWF television, as I normally do. And on SmackDown or something in 2001, Matt Hardy got just destroyed with a tire iron. And then 4 days later on Metal, he's out there and he's totally okay. A tire iron. If I got hit with a tire iron,
right,
I'm in the hospital for weeks.
Right.
This guy's fighting Chuck Palumbo like it's nothing.
I mean, I feel like sometimes I can look past that kind of stuff. I
always do.
Right.
I mean, it's wrestling.
But it's funny because this match that we're seeing right now, Creed doesn't need to be in this match.
Right.
It could be a 3-way. So you could have sold it a week, and he could have just been on that. Now listen, I'm all for him being on the show and getting paid, of course. But
yeah, well, that's my point is, if they were to sell these injuries as real, you would need probably 400 people on your roster.
Well, that's true.
Because realistically, these people would be out for months. Every time Triple H hits somebody with a sledgehammer, I mean, they're probably in the hospital for 8 months.
Right. So officially, I don't know if we've been saying as they're coming out, but officially we have Creed against Johnny Devine, Eric Young, and Jimmy Rave. First pinner submission wins this. So this is a classic multi-man X Division style match to kick off Impact.
Classic X Division. I would not really consider Young and Devine.
Okay, I'm saying that they're in the X Division is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
Devine definitely counts whether you like it or not.
They're not the traditional size of the X Division.
Johnny Devine definitely is.
Because the X Division is not about weight limits. It's about no limits.
I would argue Eric Young is the only one in this match who, if you lined him up, I would say, I don't know if he is in the same division. Because he is a little bit bigger. Although Creed is jacked.
You're telling me that if you're looking at Devine and Young, that you're saying...
Devine is smaller. He's an X Division guy, dude. Sorry. Absolutely, he's an X Division guy.
There's no way. Technically, Dallas, we're both wrong. Anybody on the roster is an X Division guy.
At least until about 2010.
Yeah, even then.
Or 11. No, don't they put a weight limit on it at some point? Don't they do it after...
I mean, you would know that more than I would.
I feel like after they do... This is out of our timeline, so it doesn't matter. After Abyss wins the title... Yeah, and I think they do a weight limit after that.
Oh my god, is it when... Oh, it's flip dive there by Creed.
That's nice.
Okay, yeah, since it's way out of our timeline, we could probably just talk about it. Is it after... Because yeah, this is changed. But doesn't Brian Kendrick...
Yes, he's the one who beats Abyss, I think.
Before? Yeah.
And that's when they add a weight limit, and then everyone's like, wait, there's not supposed to be weight limit. But that's the Bischoff thing, trying to recreate the cruiserweight division, and
right.
We were for fun. We were bitching about Eric Bischoff before he went on the air today, because the Dark Side of the Ring 2-part TNA, which the last part airs this week after our recording, but very good Dark Side of the Ring episode. If you guys have not checked it out, it's on YouTube. It's also on their website. Part 1 and 2, I saw. It was on Vice's website.
Oh, I thought Creed was going to win that.
Yeah, that was nice. I will say, and Bob, I think you saw at least most of it as well. Oh, Jimmy Rave. Spinning around, slams down Creed, and then boom.
Oh.
Is that it? Rock the world. Nope, Eric Young breaks it up. What I will say about the TNA Dark Side of the Ring is, doing this podcast, I pretty much knew almost everything they said in that show.
Right.
And Eric Young, 1, 2, nope, Divine breaks it up as well. The only thing that was like a little bit new to me, Divine intervention. Hold on. Creed breaks it up too. Damn.
We're just basically getting finishers for the fun of it.
Yeah, but they're not killing the finishers because other people are breaking up the falls.
They're breaking up,
so.
You're right.
The only thing that was new to me was when Karen Jarrett was talking about the fact that technically when she arrived in TNA, her and Kurt were already split up. They were already separated.
Right.
And she almost got brought in more or less to babysit to try to keep Kurt straight, it seemed like. So once Creed rolls up Divine and that was close. Well, he got him.
I like Creed.
I like Creed a lot. I think Creed is very good. But once again, this is like a weird thing of, well, he lost a stretcher match last week, but this week, he wins the 4-way.
Well, to go back to what you were talking about with Karen, which aren't we getting like Karen's angle tonight too?
Yes, we are.
So, nice, big boot there by everybody.
Yeah, Rock and Rave Infection beating down on Creed here.
I remember, and I mean, it's on YouTube. Like, there's a pilot for their show, like a Kurt Angle show, and here comes Abyss.
Oh,
and at least it's portrayed as if they are still together,
right?
But so she says that they're separated, and then she also, in the same breath, is like she tried to make it work. So are you separated?
Well,
or are you trying to make it work?
I do think when you're separated, oftentimes that is the can we work this out before we finalize a divorce kind of situation. So maybe, but also was she trying to make them work, or was she trying to make working with him on TV work?
I think she's saying, like, not them on TV work, but like for the kids, like, have them.
Right. Abyss is here for the save and is just cleaning house. Now remember, Abyss attacked a woman on the pay-per-view, and we have technically not addressed that on television.
Fine. Don't worry.
Normally, Jim Cornette would be all about that.
Don't worry. Ignore that.
There's something about this Abyss character I'm waiting to happen, and I don't think it happens until next year. But I might be wrong about that.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Like, I don't know, maybe his doctor comes in.
Oh yeah.
That's next year, right?
Correct.
So this is gonna be a long time of white attire Abyss.
Yeah. So like I'm still in April of 2009 for my written reviews, and that has started.
Okay. JB is laying on top of a table by force from Team 3D, and he's interviewing them and Kurt Angle.
Brother Ray just told Jimmy Borash that he has a pretty mouth.
Oh God. That was a fun opening match. I just wanted to.
That was
say.
good. Yeah, that was good.
You see what we did to those 3 punks? Those punks belong to us. There's no Santa Claus. Wait, OJ's innocent. And now Sting is now one of us. Okay, so they just... Hopefully there's no kids watching this show. Jesus. Scumbag like me, scumbag like Devon. And the biggest scumbag in the world, Kurt Angle. If being a scumbag was an Olympic sport, he would win the gold, silver, and bronze. Brother Devon just said that his brother might not have a lot of credibility in TNA. And Brother Ray's like, what? Speaking of people who jumped from WWE and did not make an impact very much, Team 3D.
I mean, their initial feud with AMW, I think, had...
No, it was good. I'm just talking crap about them.
Yeah.
It's another example of they were technically here first.
Oh, well, yeah. You know who did jump ship and was not good? Rikishi.
Oh, well, okay. Okay, let me make another Dark Side of the Ring comment real quick, since this interview is still going on. They are very artistic with the clips they use, because they mix in a lot of different time periods when talking about certain things, and showing Rikishi or Junior Fatu when they're talking about big stars coming over and this and that I almost laughed out loud. Like, it was hilarious. I was like, he was here for like a couple weeks.
But here's the thing. Rikishi was at one point a pretty big guy, both physically and popularity.
Yeah, but it just did not work. TNA. I don't know. The way they used it was not good. But like I was saying,
a huge.
But they were showing. Imagine watching. Like I don't even know how to use another example, but they're showing us a Kaz video package here.
We're getting a career retrospective of the KAZ dating back to November of 2007, where he won the ladder match, and then only the next week he lost to Kurt Angle, which is a good match. Are we going to get like every reference of him failing?
I think we're about to.
He lost to Samoa Joe. There we go.
I'll just wrap up my thought, and then we can keep counting.
This is a nothing video package.
But basically, imagine they're talking about you could say anything. I'll say the X Division, but that's not a good example because it's worth showing this kind of stuff. But you're seeing clips from the Asylum, from the Impact Zone, from 2010, and it's like all in the same context, but it doesn't make sense because of what they're talking about.
Right.
That's just me being a TNA nerd after doing this show, and I'm like, that's not right. They shouldn't be showing that.
Right. Yeah. No, my buddy Fred, he actually messaged me the other day, and he was like, I didn't know that Jeff Jarrett married Kurt Angle's ex-wife.
Oh shit.
I go, yeah.
It's like a big. Yeah, that's kind of a
big thing. He's like, Jeff's kind of an asshole for that. I was like, they were divorced. What are you talking about?
Right, which is they talk about that a lot, and the whole thing is like Dixie found out because they had a party and they answered the door, and Dixie did not expect to see both of them together there, and like it's a whole thing. We'll talk about that next year. Don't worry, but
it'll be a whole thing.
Whole thing. Anyways, I'm talking some crap. However, it was very good. Just being a TNA nerd.
Speaking of Karen Angle, here she is with Karen's Angle.
Oh, Cass.
It's with the KZ.
How did you get your start in the business? Well, I was always enamored by professional wrestling.
KZ is looking RED.
They're going to be... Yeah, he is.
He's very red.
She should ask him, so you didn't want to cut your hair when you went to the WWE. You came back, but you had your hair cut.
Okay. That's a question that Chris Van Vliet should ask Cass. Because he's interviewed him. Did he ask him that? Hey, why didn't you want to cut your hair? And then you cut your hair 18 months later. What was up with that? Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
These are the questions I need answered.
Goes,
I got blocked on Twitter because of that. By him.
Dude. What a reason to get blocked. Holy moly.
Bullshit.
Karen goes, a lot of people might not have known, but you've been here since the very beginning.
No, no. He was here since 2003, and then he left. He was undefeated on Velocity in 2005. And he came crawling back because he didn't want to cut his hair.
Look, in 2005, you decided to leave TNA. He said, this is an opportunity that might not come again. I quickly learned. Oh. You learned a lot of...
the ugliness. You're undefeated, and hey, can you cut your hair?
He says. He just despises that end of the business from then until now. Pro wrestling, Karen.
Because they wanted him to cut his hair. He was that mad. He was gonna be the cruiserweight champion, Dallas. Cruiserweight champion.
That would have been kind of crazy, huh? Okay, it says to be continued. Now, Bob, I haven't. Wait. Part 2 will be next week. Okay.
Okay. Now that's progress, because usually they would just be like, in about 25 minutes, you're going to see part 2.
So, I do have some bad news.
Oh no.
TNA did announce that Kaz had requested his release and would be leaving the promotion.
Are you reading? Hang on a minute. Hang on. Are you talking about? Is this a 2005 quote, or is that like right now quote in 2008?
This is right now. So they claim that this past weekend were his final shows, so the house shows we discussed, and that he would announce one angle segment on the July 24th Impact show. Now, we just saw that, and he did not explain it, so I'm wondering if part 2 will kind of explain.
Part 2.
But they announced at the house shows, hey, he's leaving, just so you know. Now, Dave says this reads like a wrestling angle, since the losing streak gimmick was a planned storyline for him, so him leaving over losses sure sounds like it's part of it.
Okay. That makes a ton of sense, because also them announcing it at a house show.
Yeah.
I've never in my life heard that. Would be
or online or whatever. I mean, yeah.
Right.
They don't really say. They just said they claimed that this past weekend was the end.
They would announce it online like, oh, we wish Kaz the best in his future endeavors or whatever. But like at a house show in Louisiana and you're watching the show and they're like, by the way, Kaz is quitting.
Yeah, I mean, unless they announce it online and just happen to mention, hey, those house shows were his last ones, I guess.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
We have Matt Morgan against Corey Chavis.
Yeah, Chavis. Corey Chavis.
We've seen him before.
I believe we have. We've also seen John Davis on this show. I believe Corey is part of what would be known as the Dark City Fight Club in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, we talked about this.
That would be, I think, a couple, either next year. That's really a thing, maybe 2010. But here he is now, getting beat up by the Beast.
Yeah.
From American Gladiators, Matt Morgan.
They just made note of that on commentary. That's the first time they have said it. He just made his debut. They unleashed the Beast. Now, I have a note about this because Dave says, just to show American Gladiators is similar to pro wrestling when it comes to exaggerating size. When Matt Morgan debuted as the Beast on the July 21st show, which is just 3 days before this, he was billed at 7 foot tall and 318 pounds. And Morgan himself claims that he is 330.
Okay, first off, he's not 7 foot. He's like maybe 6'10".
There you go.
I'm looking it up.
Oh, I was just about to. Nothing's working on my side here, but
there's no way that this guy is 7 foot. If he's 7 foot, he's a small 7 foot. His build height is 7 foot, but I don't think he's really 7 foot. All I'm getting is build height, so of course they're going to say 7 foot.
Bob,
I mean, they would build Hogan as 6'9", and he's like 6'5".
That's really funny. So just for reference, Corey Chavis here. The last time we saw him was in January. Against Judas Macias, which I think airs in February. I don't know.
Wasn't he also like in exhibition thing where like Kurt Angle was beating people up?
Oh, you know what? That actually is right because that's not listed on as a matches. So you're right about that. And Morgan just got the pin. He's also in a dark match in 2002 in November.
Oh wow!
At NWA TNA number 23. But he's going under the name Rain Man, and he's teaming with Homicide.
Corey, he's Rain Man?
He sure is.
I know Rain Man. That's the same dude.
I guess so.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're backstage here after that match with the Motor City Machine Guns. They still got their masks from the World X Cup.
Rain Man. Well, Morgan won that match, by the way, with the elevator. So I'm stunned right now.
That's so funny.
Corey Chavis is fucking Rain Man.
That's crazy. I like this mask thing for the World X Cup, but I don't think they should keep it.
Yeah, probably not.
I guess I don't know where else to say this. So I guess speaking of the World X Cup, it's noted from Brian Alvarez that Ultimo Guerrero and Rey Bucanero will be working the August 1st TNA house show in Corpus Christi, Texas, and the August 2nd one in Laredo. So we do have a little bit more of tie-in with the CMLL guys, which is what they were hoping. Okay, so he's making fun of Robert Roode's ponytail, and he says the blank DVD that you get when you get the Best of James Storm DVD. Which, not for nothing, he has had some very good matches. So I'm going to stand up for him a little bit. We're talking about how violent Detroit is. We represent this city. Very proud to do so. 313 is on our tights. It's on our masks.
You should hang out with Rhino.
Weapons aren't guns. They're going to be the straps that are attached to our wrists. We're the greatest tag team in professional wrestling, period. Shot of the beautiful people backstage. Velvet Sky's looking distraught. So they're more worried about looking good. They're doing their makeup. Taylor Wilde was just shown stretching before this. The Prince Justice Brotherhood was formed last week, so we're going to Lauren to see how TNA superheroes are doing. They have a motto. Oh, he's looking for evil. If we're gonna, we got to come up with a motto, like something catchy, yeah. Like, give me a shell, yeah. And that's the fishing line. I could really use a Shark Boy T-shirt now that they're talking about that. Something memorable that the citizens will remember forever. He's got it. He's got it. We come in peace, they leave in pieces. Okay, Bob, this has got to be legit, and if it is that not the coolest shirt you've ever seen?
That's a great shirt.
Prince Justice Brotherhood cartoon version of these three guys. Unfortunately, this one is a 2X, so it's not for me. But
I could buy that.
It's $85.
Damn it!
That is. I do think sometimes vintage wrestling shirts are slightly overpriced.
Yeah.
Like, there's a reason that's not selling. It just is listed at that price. Okay, they're in agreement on their new catchphrase. Okay. Okay, we're hyping up the tables match again. Let's see. Do I got another note I can give you? I'm sure I do. So we talked about last week how Bob Ryder is replacing Bill Behrens for booking talent outside promotions for TNA. Now, a big reason for that is TNA is trying to get everyone to work out of the Nashville office, which has recently expanded, and Bill Behrens is based in Atlanta and unwilling to move. Rich Baker, the company's live event promoter, is based in Sanford. He worked for years under Ed Cohen in WWF, but we're told that he's good enough at his job that they don't have anyone in Nashville who can replace him. so that he'll most likely be forced into making the decision to move or leave. Beer Money is coming out now. They got rid of their bad shirts for this match, so that's good.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Also, I'll notice that. What?
No, I just said strap match, baby.
Oh, okay. I'll note this too because we saw Abyss earlier, and it would have been a good tie-in. I didn't think about it, but we talked about recently how Jim Mitchell was released, and basically he was just simply told that creative had no place for his character. And then in an interview with ProWrestling.net, Mitchell said that Dixie Carter called him personally twice after his release and was very complimentary to his work. He said that he'd like to go back if the opportunity is there.
He does. I mean, he does come back, right?
He doesn't come back for a while, though, does he?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think he's... I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think he's in the Hogan-Bischoff era at all.
No, I don't think
so. He does. I mean, he does, but it's significantly later.
I think once he split from Abyss, it's probably just a matter of time.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I don't even know. I mean, do you know what he does from now being released until he shows up again?
In terms of wrestling, I don't think really anything. Doesn't he have like his party thing? Like a karaoke business or whatever you were saying? You said before.
Oh, I don't even remember. We just got a cross-the-line video on Chris Sabin here and commercial break. The bell has rung. We are back. It is a strap match. Motor City Machine Guns vs. Beer Money. I guarantee you this is on the their DVD they eventually release, which is a best of both of these teams. And since this is their second match together, I would not be surprised if it's on there. I'm looking up, seeing if I can find some info on Father James Mitchell.
So it looks like he doesn't. Okay, well, he has like a couple of tryouts with WWE.
Oh.
Here's something I don't think we've ever really mentioned. Mitchell appears at the One Night Stand show in 2005.
I just saw that and I don't know if I even knew that. He must have only been on a per appearance basis with TNA at that point then.
He had to have been, yeah.
I like this, that it says in June 2009 he was going to try out for WWE's FCW, the developmental territory, but was told he needed to pay $1,000 to try out.
And that manager tryouts had already happened in January.
Wow.
That's
so crazy. Stupid. Okay, so yeah, I mean, really, he appears again in 2013 at a TNA one night only pay-per-view appearance when he accompanies Judas Messias. Ooh, insane. And then he does not appear again in TNA until 2017.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised.
And he has appeared in AEW in 2021.
Yes, I do remember that. And he's been in NWA, or at least is he still there, or did the whole cocaine thing on TV end it?
No, I don't think that. I think he didn't. I don't think he lost his job with that.
Well, because that was a gimmick thing. It's not that he was just. Which, if there's a character in wrestling who's doing cocaine, it's definitely Father James Mitchell. Let's be real.
Yeah. Yep.
The crowd is very loud for the Machine Guns here. Yank Storm right into a clothesline by Chris Sabin. And they do it again to Robert Roode, but he gets hit with a back elbow instead of a clothesline. Oh boy. Both members of Beer Money have the straps between their legs. They've crossed them so that they could wedge them up there a little bit. Aw, Jacqueline trips. I believe that was, Shelly on the rope. Sabin pulled into a spinebuster by Rude. Sabin getting choked ringside with Robert Roode as James Storm has control of Alex Shelley in the ring. He's gasping for air. Ooh. Sabin gets thrown into the steps. That one looked like it hurt. Storm tries to cover Shelley, but kicks out quickly, twice. Yeah, still to come tonight, TNA Knockouts title. Don't forget, plus we have a tables elimination match. We know, they've told us 17 times. Beer Money has big control over this match right now.
Do you think LAX is coming out for this or what?
If anything, post-match. Beer Money! Both Beer Money members on the middle rope. Jumps to the machine guns. Nailed into an atomic drop. Inverted atomic drop. Oh, machine guns starting to gain the upper hand again. Slamming Beer Money members' heads into the turnbuckles. All three of them, as a matter of fact. And then right on the mat on the ground. For the record, this is the loudest the crowd has been on this entire show. They're very loud for this match.
Yeah, it's almost like maybe the machine gun should be getting pushed.
I think that's true. They just wrapped up the Beer Money and then hit double Enziguri. Bulldogs Robert Roode's head into the groin of James Storm. Back suplex? No. Atomic drop. Boom, they ran into each other. Both laid out in the middle of the ring. They're rowing the boat with the legs of Beer Money.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Wait, Jacqueline just got in the ring. Well, she just fell in the middle of the boat. Oh my god. She's stuck, dude. Referee's pulling her out, though. That's good. Shane Sewell is trying to get her out of the ring. See, this is like... We don't need a distraction in a match that there's no DQ, but I guess it caused a ref bump, so that's probably why we did it.
That's what I was just going to say.
Jacqueline just handed handcuffs to Storm. Roll-up attempt by Sabin gets hit in the head with those handcuffs. Jacqueline throwing the referee back into the ring as both members of Beer Money covering machine guns. And he counted really fast for how hurt he just was.
The adrenaline.
Shelley's immediately going after Storm. The Last Call takes out Alex Shelley.
No.
Oh my god, they're whipping him. Is he handcuffing him too, or is just holding him?
I think he's just holding it.
Yeah, he is.
Come on, where's LAX 5150 pop?
I feel like they gotta come out, right?
Unless they don't care about the machine guns, which I could understand.
Oh.
Oh, there they are.
Here they are, TNA World Tag Team Champions. Salinas, Homicide, Hernandez, no Hector, which is fine, by the way. Beer money.
All right, up next, Taylor Wilde against Velvet Sky. Velvet Sky's picture there is definitely something from like the Indies, not from TNA. But
well, that was still it might be her early TNA, but
maybe.
Here's another note for you, Bob. During this cross the line video package, TNA has no financial stake in the development of their video game from Midway. Just so you know. Now, interesting also is that there is no blood in the game except for a few drops in the ring. So just similar to TV, really. We don't do a lot of blood anymore. But unfortunately, things don't look good for Midway, as Los Angeles development house that was producing the TNA game has been shut down, with a majority of the employees, including everyone working on the TNA game, being given a chance to stay with the company but moved to San Diego office.
We have Ike Taylor and James Ferrier of the Pittsburgh Steelers are in the crowd. So
very, very random.
Yay for athletes.
Right. Continuing here, this is said to not affect the release date of the game, scheduled for late this year. Midway is counting for big numbers from the game, which many question. Their belief is not only that they would get the TNA television audience, but people from pro wrestling genre who are looking for something new as opposed to the WWE product. That's where they may be overshooting, because for years, people looking at the big dog, like WWE or UFC, and think that it just can get 10% of their fans to cross over will be healthy, but in the real world, that doesn't happen. So we'll see how the TNA game sells later this year.
I mean, the WWE games traditionally sell very well, don't they?
Yeah, they do, especially at this time. Unfortunately, like they're like very good.
Right.
And I will say, the TNA game I think is a lot of fun. I do think it's a really good wrestling game. I've always thought that, but unfortunately,
my favorite wrestling game is SmackDown 2.
Really?
Yeah, it's the reason why I purchased the PlayStation 1 again. So that I could play it.
Here comes Taylor Wilde, by the way. Velvet's already in the ring. She got an entrance. I was just talking over it.
WCW Mayhem is also a pretty good game. Backstage Assault, not good.
Yeah, that one's bad. I like all the classic ones. I like some good stuff. I think, what is my favorite, though? Quick roll-up by Taylor. Okay. Taylor got the 3 count. New Impact Zone record of a 5-second match. I don't even know if it was 5 seconds.
I don't know either.
Velvet says, hey, that's not fair. I wasn't ready. I didn't even hear the bell ring. There wasn't a bell. Just like when me and Bob were yelling at wrestlers at the One Up Wrestling show yesterday and said, the match hasn't started. This is a count out. And the wrestlers themselves said, the bell hasn't rung. And I was like, oh, they got us. But then wait, they were both already in the ring. So the bell should have rung. They were both in the ring,
so the bell should have rung. But I like that the wrestlers take the time to explain to us.
The bells are okay. The match has been restarted.
Started. It's like, okay.
Velvet, quick cover.
Yeah, so Velvet getting an immediate rematch.
Good for her. Taylor ducking everything. And quick roll up. And she did it again.
All right. Well, that was about 12 seconds. That was a very sloppy-looking cradle.
Okay, she's got a new record of winning 2 straight falls within 25 seconds.
Penster really needs to fucking rub it in like that?
I know. That's the funniest part of this.
Jesus.
Velvet's throwing a temper tantrum. Angelina is shocked. Angelina is screaming, "No, that was bullcrap." That was not supposed to happen. We should be knockout champion, not you. Honey, I don't know who you're dating in TNA to get all this special treatment.
I don't think it's
tell. No.
I don't think it started yet, but Velvet kind of ends up dating Bubba.
That doesn't happen for a long time.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Okay, so they just put up five extra grand to add to Taylor Wilde's winnings from the other week, and the match is restarted again, but they're on the outside of the ring.
Okay, so so this is kind of going to like dark side of the ring part. If Angelina Love really was giving up $5,000, she would financially never recover from that.
No, because as Awesome Kong mentions in the dark side of the ring, they ain't getting paid shit.
Right. So Angelina would need probably a third job to offset that. And then Taylor Wilde would probably feel like she's a millionaire.
Right.
But, in that series, Austin Kong makes a great point about, the ratings and all that stuff. Kurt Angle getting $1 million. Austin Kong's like, I just want 10% of that. Right. You don't think I'm worth $100,000? And it's like that's a good valid question.
It is fun how they mention the women getting like the highest ratings on the show because we've been talking a lot about that.
Yeah. They have the highest rating and they get paid the lowest.
Where they kind of beat around the bush about who, even though it's kind of known, but about them working at restaurants, being waitresses, and the show being on behind them, and then people being like, "Wait, is that you?" And they're like, "Yeah."
How come no one's ever asked Jeff Jarrett that question?
Well, I know Chris Van Vliet will never, so
never, because I think that's a great question. You're paying Sting, Kurt Angle, all these guys millions of dollars. And yet the knockouts are getting the biggest ratings. Why wouldn't you adjust maybe the pay there a little bit?
Well, so I don't. Velvet has an octopus stretch locked in here in the middle of the ring, which could she win the title here? Not that this is excusing it by any means, but I think Spike is paying for those big contracts, and they probably don't want to.
That's in the case of Sting and Kurt,
Angle.
Yes, they are. But, I mean, I think, let's say, like, I think you had thrown some numbers out there a couple, like, years ago where these guys were making, like, $300 a shot or something like that for TNA.
Possibly.
I think they were essentially getting more money on their indie bookings than they were at TNA.
Yeah, I think that is accurate.
Yeah, so, like, I'm just imagining Taylor Wilde right now getting paid $100 to do this, and then she could go to her bartending job or whatever, and she's probably making 3 or 4 times that in a night.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised about that, to be honest. I just want to point out this match This third match is definitely more competitive. It has not ended in 25 seconds.
Jeez.
Some
Taylor
big kicks to each
kicking
other.
her. Conor McGregor did that. He'd fucking tear his ACL.
Is that confirmed what happened?
I believe so.
How do you tear your ACL doing that?
So he jumped in the air for like a kick, and he landed on his right leg or whatever.
Yeah, well, because I saw someone say that he was kind of being a douchebag, and instead of trying to like touch gloves, he went for a kick, and that's when he injured himself.
That's right.
I also enjoy. I don't know who he fought, whoever that guy is.
Max Holloway.
Yeah, because I watched the whole minute and 40-second fight on Twitter after, and he's like, he punched him a few times, and he's like, "You gonna stop this, ref?" And they just let him go. And he's trying to be nice and be like, "He's hurt. Like, I'm gonna stop." Angelina Love runs in and breaks up the pin, causing a disqualification.
So now she's got to give her $5,000 because Taylor won.
That's a fair point. Crowd is chanting for ODB. I will give you this note here about this match, though. As things are standing right now, which this shouldn't be a surprise with how this just ended, we are planning to do a Taylor Wilde versus Velvet Sky match at Hard Justice. Now, usually, TNA has most of the next pay-per-view taken care of and thus starts directing the angles to it. But now it's more WWE-oriented, where they have the main event ready and start building the undercard even after taping the first few weeks of television, which is why the TVs last week didn't have much in the way of direct undercard angles building to matches.
Oh my god. So are we going to have like a situation here where we know the main events and then we tune into the pay-per-views and we're just going to find out then?
I'm kind of wondering. I mean, do we like this better, though, than them coming out the week after the last pay-per-view and just naming all the matches? Because I feel like they were doing that for a while, too.
Where they would do what?
The fucking team meetings where Cornette would just announce the next pay-per-view.
Right. Like the town hall.
I don't like that.
No, I don't. No, yeah, I don't like that either. But I feel like it's not a hard ask to have a card.
Why did ODB just come out with a turkey leg and spit it in Angelina Love's face?
Because
I'm so confused.
She's one dirty bitch, dude.
Yeah, she's eating a turkey leg. Okay. Oh. Wait. Abdul Bashir, formerly known as Davari,
is here.
Wow.
He has less opportunity. He's worked for every penny he's at. What is this guy, Beer Money Incorporated, dude?
I don't want another money gimmick, dude. Come on. I've overcome the impossible. Saying your Statue of Liberty lies. You're tired, you're poor. People, he's an American that made a nice life for himself. You compliment the guy in the nice suit on his style? Well, I'll tell you what, the suit he's wearing is not fitted properly, so it does not look very good. Sheikh Abdul Bashir has arrived. I mean, he's already been here, but okay.
He's already been here.
Anyway, okay. Well, Davari's here. Officially here. Kurt Angle Team 3D against AJ. Sorry, Team 3D and Kurt Angle versus AJ, Rhino, and Christian Cage is up next. And we have 30 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the show. And after that match, we'll find out if Booker T and Samoa Joe is official with the weapons.
That match announcement that you just said was maybe the hardest thing you've ever had to say.
I know. I don't know why that. My thing is too loud, is what it is.
Kurt Angle teams, Dudley Boys.
Bully.
No, wait.
Okay.
I don't know.
I know. Oh.
Sunjay, earlier today, the children are putting flowers on Sunjay, who's in the hospital.
So Val got here as soon as she could. She's really worried about him. I feel terrible. He's saying that Jay beat him like a savage animal. He was a freight train and his head was the first stop.
Choo-choo.
You're on a lot of medication. So have you seen the replay? I've been in a coma for 3 days now.
I like but here's the thing. I love that he asked, you haven't seen the replay, have you? Because, like, of course, she should probably see that. And she's like, I hate violence.
Yeah, no, I can't.
That's good.
Jay said, I need to apologize for the way that I feel. But if I need to apologize, she's like, no, you have nothing to apologize for. Uh-oh. Oh, it's a doctor. Okay. Oh, it's a bedpan. He's like, okay. Frickin' go pee, please. She said, I'll be right out. I'll be right outside. Oh, did he just take the ring off of Vale's finger?
He smelled it.
I don't think rings smell, but okay.
No, whatever. That's
I'll note here that I should have mentioned it the last match, but I was too focused on how exciting it was as we're heading toward our main event. There is a feeling that they're going to be holding Awesome Kong out for a month and then bring her back for the September pay-per-view. Which, by the way, is No Surrender, taking place on September 14th from the General Motors Center in Oshawa, Ontario, Canada. Is our first pay-per-view outside of the United States. Also, I guess I would say during this entrance, because I only have 2 notes left and one has to be after this match, that since Scott D'Amore is leaving as an agent, there has been talk about bringing Savio Vega in.
Oh.
The company agents currently are Jim Cornette, Glenn Gilberti, Pat Kenny, with Kenny handling most of the house shows. So Savio Vega is being talked about as a replacement for D'Amore. Vega would be tight with Dutch Mantel in particular because of all the years that Mantel worked and booked in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rico.
So we will see how that develops. And as
I'm surprised that Gilberti's a producer.
I feel like we did know that, but we haven't heard his name in so long.
I'm interested to know what is he producing? Like the match, like what matches or something?
Yeah, I guess which ones? It is a really great question. Kurt and Team 3D are currently in the ring. If you're following along with us, I know I gave you the time remaining, but we are at 1 hour, 2 minutes, 57 seconds. And here comes Rhino. To gore. It's the War Machine. He's running. He does get into the ring. I didn't think he was going to because everyone else was, but they got out.
He's not afraid.
That's true. And here comes Christian Cage.
I thought Christian would be the last entrance, but AJ is.
They know what they're doing. AJ is the big star here.
You think so?
I think for TNA fans, I think in this match especially, yeah. I'm curious, will AJ Styles wrestle with his necklace on? This was a discussion during our indie show we went to.
That's right. I remember watching it was Conan. He was wrestling a match on Nitro. And Bobby Heenan noticed that he was wearing earrings. And he was like, why? He was like, I hate when guys do that. And Tony was like, why? He's like, well, what's stopping his opponent from just ripping his ear off? I would.
I mean,
he'd probably give up pretty quick. Like, oh, yeah.
It's true.
Or nose rings. He does have it on.
Well, and sometimes I have seen that get played with before.
Right.
Like, remember Batista and Triple H played with it because Batista had his nose ring and they ripped it out.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they did. It was a gimmick version,
of course.
I think. But and then even Jeff Hardy with his plugs, they've done stuff where they
Oh,
put the
yeah,
screwdriver in it and twist it and like that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Okay, we're seeing a cross-the-line video on AJ from the commercial break here. When we come back, the match will start, I'm sure.
You know what? I want to point out, his necklace is not metal. Like, it's not like a gold chain.
Oh, it's like a rope.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I realized that. Okay, we're back, and the match is starting very quick. Yeah, he is wearing it. But you're right. I don't know if I even realized that.
So I feel like I can give him a pass. Meanwhile, when people are wearing gold chains, it's kind of like, why are you doing that?
Christian's going after Kurt Angle in the ring while AJ's with Brother Ray and Rhino is with Brother Devon ringside. How many tables will we break? Could it be 3? Could it be 5? It's not about pinning. It's not about submitting your opponent. This is about taking him and driving him through a table. Get hyped. Boom. Rhino's in the crowd with Brother Devon. Angle and Christian on the apron. Christian just knocked him right off. Brother Ray is chopping Styles in the ring. Look at this view. You got Brother Ray and Styles in the ring, and Rhino and Brother Devon just through the crowd. The crowd's going nuts.
Oh. A crossbody. We got guys in the truck for a crossbody.
Guys in the truck.
That was one of my favorite episodes when they learn how to do the replays.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
so good.
it's classic. Christian raking the eyes. Is he biting him even? Kurt Angle's head? Yeah, he was over at the side of the entrance ramp area. Brother Devon grabbing the TV cable to choke Rhino.
This is just good old ECW style wrestling.
Dude, brawling around the crowd. On the ringside, I'm ready for this. Christian holding the arms of Kurt Angle behind his back as Styles is laying in punches to the midsection.
Three.
Nah, it's not really though, guys. It's that back suplex. But I do like the idea that people still yell it.
They do. They fucking do. I would argue that the 3D would be less devastating compared to doing it that way, the back suplex way. Because hitting the back of your head
That's true.
would be, I feel like, worse than the front.
AJ and Christian drop kick the table into Team 3D as they were just about to put it into the ring.
Oh no. Rhino's going through this. Rhino's going to figure out a way. Oof.
That was a close one, but the table moved right out of the way.
Get him, Rhino. Here you
Coming
go.
off the rope, Devon grabs his leg.
Now, if they were to break a table that's not set up, would that count as an elimination? Or does it have to be standing up?
I guess it doesn't have to be. Well, that's a really good question. I feel like that's more of a crack, right? If it's laying down.
Yeah. Oh, that's going to collapse.
AJ's on the table.
Push him forward. Get the legs. Okay. No, that's going to fall.
Okay, they are trying to fix it. So okay, well there goes the leg. But the thing I have noticed, Team 3D in general, since they do so many tables matches, they are very good at watching the legs of the tables. As Brother Devon just got put through one. That's elimination.
A heel going through as well. That doesn't usually happen first.
I know.
No, see, elimination of 5 today. No, it doesn't necessarily have to be all of them. Why do they keep doing that?
That's weird. About to see a gore?
All right, Rhino, you haven't won. That's not a win. But Brother Ray's not. Oh shit! Here's Kurt with a chair, and he waffled. AJ does the same to Christian. And then Rhino, who apparently didn't hear 2 chair shots, turns around and gets waffled with a third. And we'll be right back.
And of course, we get
an ad. Or a video package of the guy who just waffled the guy. Another guy with a chair. He's carrying the world title that he does not have.
In the video, that's really funny.
So...
It's funny that in these video packages, they always show the person bleeding, but we've been very light on doing blood.
I mean, have we? They bled at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but it's less than it used to be, for sure.
I remember in the Asylum days, man. Oof. Raven would be bleeding all the time. He loved it. He loved a blade. Slash. Oh, wait. Rhino went through a table during the commercial break. He gored himself, and that has counted as an elimination. Usually that does not. Usually it has to be somebody putting you through the table.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, did he... I just looked away, of course, during the replay, but did he get thrown as they pushed him?
No. He was going for a gore, and then Kurt moved Ray out of the way, and Rhino went through the table.
No, that should not count.
Yeah, I don't think it should count either. Okay, Christian struggling to get the table in. Here we go.
I don't even know if they have... Do they have enough tables unless they're all hiding under the ring? Usually you got this shit plastered everywhere. Hey, we got 25 tables.
I'm sure they do. Could you put 2 people through 1 table?
I think you could.
As a win.
I think you could. Christian just slammed Kurt Angle's head on the top of that table and then laid him across it. Ooh, those legs are looking rough.
It looks like it's bowing in. That's not.
Oh, Christian really Cage good. Up to the top.
Oh, what?
Kurt
Brother Devon. Why are they doing distraction things in a no disqualification match? 3D'd him. But now the ref didn't see that. Oh, okay, Penzer.
They just announced it, dude. Penzer jumping the gun, dude.
You son of a bitch. You're not no ref.
That's a wild. That is a very weird choice.
Oh, my God. Penzer, the referee didn't even... That's bullshit. You know what? That makes me wonder why Penzer doesn't snitch on more things. Like, oh, hey, ref, no, he did use that weapon. Probably should disqualify him for that. That was against the rules. That's bullshit. I'm pissed. I'm upset.
I'm getting fired up right now.
I'm upset. I'm not happy.
Off the rope, double clothesline.
AJ. Suddenly the good guys are at a disadvantage here. 2 against 1 Brother Ray and Kurt. Pele. On to Ray. A big oak tree.
Yeah, I like that. He dropped him like a big oak tree.
What the fuck was that?
That fan was in AJ's face screaming.
It was dead quiet.
That was
The
hilarious.
guy's screaming at him. That's funny. Brother Ray wants a timeout.
Oh, Johnny Devine's in here with powder.
Earl, what are you looking at? Earl, what are you looking at? Earl is looking at nothing. He just was.
Well, Johnny Devine got put through the
Johnny
table.
Devine is eliminated from the match.
His Brother Ray's blinded. Drop kick to the back of Brother Ray knocks him to the floor.
AJ's not winning this.
Oh, boom! Brother Ray
That shouldn't
falls
count.
off the apron.
That should not count.
I think that one should count because someone did hit him to get put through, so that one counts.
Earl just got knocked out.
Reverse DDT moonsault combo. Okay, so a lot's been going on. So these are the last two in the match, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. What a statement it would make to be the last one standing.
Come on, AJ, do it. Win the match for all the peeps. Yeah, here you go. He's sliding it in there.
Crowd is chanting, let's go Angle, let's go AJ. Pretty split, maybe slightly louder for Styles. Pretty interesting how split the crowd is when Kurt Angle's like literally on the beginning of the show they said he's the biggest scumbag I know, and the crowd's like, yeah, Angle. Angle being set up on top of the table. These tables are rickety, dude. AJ about to go to the top. Oh no, that was bad at camera work because there's Frank Trigg. Kendo stick. He falls off. Is this about to be the same finish as we saw at Victory Road?
No.
Frank Trigg hits him, and then, yeah, look at this.
No.
Angle slam through the table. That's kind of funny. The way he landed, only his ass went through the table. He just, sat on it and broke it. And Earl calls it.
Oh, how come Penzer didn't just announce it?
I know.
He had waited for Earl that time? Oh.
That was weird. I can't believe Frank Trigg is still here, dude. Are we kidding?
Yeah, you know what's really crazy too is it's not even like he's a mega UFC guy, like widely successful or anything. He's just bald and looks like Kurt Angle, I think.
Right, we're seeing all of the highlights here, and then Rhino should technically still be in this match, but whatever. So I'm going to tell you this last note here during the end of this because it's related to this match. So this is kind of playing off what we just mentioned about Wilde and Velvet, how we're building the matches differently for the pay-per-views. So even Kurt Angle's match for Hard Justice has not been finalized when they did these TV tapings. Although it'll be some sort of singles or tag bout involving him, Team 3D, perhaps Tomko, Christian Cage, Rhino, and AJ Styles. Now this table's elimination match that we just saw was originally booked for the pay-per-view, but they decided to move it to television. Now this may be the latest in unique booking. They opened with a Full Metal Mayhem match. We already saw that, right? Essentially that TLC match, but with pinfalls instead of climbing the ladder. They did the tables elimination match, and now, so maybe on the pay-per-view, they can do a non-stip match, and then the next week on television, they can shoot an angle that'll be done in complete reverse order. So they're almost doing we did the biggest step, and now maybe we're working down.
That's absolutely what's going on.
And actually, we talked about this because we joked we're getting the match that the pay-per-view could have been voted on. Is the next one going to be that Falls Count Anywhere match?
Right.
That was my final note for the show, and so we get to enjoy this final segment. Booker T. Sharmell coming out here. We know Sting is in the building. Will Samoa Joe accept the weapons cage match?
Can you dig it, sucker?
The trademark black baseball bat. What will happen? Will Samoa Joe accept? I feel like this is the classic, once something's announced, you can't really say no to it. Imagine if he's like, nah, just a cage match.
Oh, here we go. Just why are we doing this again? To
This
confirm
segment?
it?
Yes. And I think to get Sting out here, to be honest with you.
So this is just a matter of Samoa Joe saying yes to the weapons?
Yes.
We waited 2 hours for that?
Correct. To see if he'll...
That's insane. Because why would he say no?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Right. Like, what? If anything, he would want that. Like, yeah.
Now, I guess really, it looks like Sharmell does have a contract in her hand. So I think what we're doing is actually signing a contract.
He's going to agree to it and then be like, yeah, let's sign it.
I'm pulling up for fun here. Oh, it doesn't really show on the posters. So the posters are at ringside. This is what it looks like, just for your reference, Bob, as I'm going to talk about it here. We are featuring LAX and Samoa Joe on the poster. Big, giant, hard justice thing. And it says, live musical performances, Ice-T and Filthy, and then Grandmaster Kaz. I was seeing if there was cages with weapons behind it just for fun, but there's not. Got the contract right here, Joe. Right here. Literally right here. Like I said, Joe, you can't beat me, Joe. Like I said, Joe, you can't beat me, Joe. Joe. This has a few stipulations, Joe.
You know who loves to say somebody's name? And you'll notice it.
I feel like I know who you're going to say, and I can't. It's like on the tip of my tongue here.
It's Sting.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Sting, every sentence, he'll just say, Kurt. You know, Kurt. You know, Kurt.
Kurt.
It's like, oh my God. We know who you're talking about. Stop saying his fucking name.
Oh. Booker T just asked Kevin to get his punk ass out of here, and Nash is laughing. Funny enough, on the dark side of the ring, they talk about how some people came over essentially to like...
For vacation.
They didn't say it. They said it's similar to that. They show Kevin Nash and Scott Hall walking out, which is pretty funny. But I can only think of Booker T when I hear that because he's said it.
Yeah.
Booker T, to me, is the biggest example of it, to be honest.
For sure.
At least Kevin Nash, like, I don't know. During, like, the comedy stuff, at least he was adding, like, something fun to the show. Yeah. And Kevin Nash was here so long, that doesn't feel like a vacation to me. That seems like, hey, I needed a job. Not, I don't know.
Right.
Kevin Nash always took it easy. It's not like he was doing anything different.
Nash has been on here pretty consistently since Victory Road 2004.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a vacation to me, in my opinion.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, I think once he signed with WCW in 1996,
that's what I'm saying.
He was coasting.
He's doing the same thing he's doing in WCW, but in TNA.
Yes, he's been doing it for 12 years. Now, when he went back to WWE in 2003 or 2002 and 2003, he was working because like he had to. It's Vince. Mm-hmm. But if he's not working for Vince, he's coasting.
Yeah.
Like, largely he's coasting. In ring.
Booker T's getting a little frustrated with Samoa Joe here. Okay, so
what if Nash turned around and just decked Joe. Right there.
Ooh.
I wanted that. That would have been a good time to just be like, fuck you, Joe.
Yeah, it would have. Damn. Okay, so he asked Nash to leave. Joe, I'm going to put my name on the deadline. So Booker T is
Steel
signing.
cage weapons match.
I just want to confirm, since we're seeing closer looks, Booker T has a major 5 o'clock shadow. So Bob is definitely correct about that.
Yeah.
It's making me wonder if between last night from the other taping and this one, it came in a little bit stronger. Because I really do not remember seeing it.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
He definitely has not shaved since the pay-per-view. I'm going to say that. Oh, lights out as Joe's about to sign. Things music hits. He's here. Whose side is he on? How much does this guy weigh?
Wait, Joe's gone. Joe's unconscious.
Wait, Booker T has the bat.
I'm not saying why Sting, why, but Booker did it.
Wait, he's looking up.
This is so fucking corny.
Did he drop the baseball bat onto Samoa Joe's head from the top?
I'm thinking that they're suggesting that he dropped it to Booker, and then Booker hit him with it.
I think they are doing that. We're seeing a like superhero-esque sounding video package for Victory Road all of a sudden to end the show.
For the next 3.5 minutes, they're just showing us Victory Road clips.
Okay, well, I guess we can talk about that show while this is finishing up. What'd you think of this episode of Impact, Bob?
It's good. It's a good show.
I think this was actually a quite good episode of Impact.
Yeah, it's good.
All of the matches were good.
Yeah. No, I mean, the Taylor Wilde stuff with Velvet, I mean, that's all.
Yeah, but we're building on that. And then it did get
all
competitive at the end, so I think that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. The tables match was good. Yeah, Strap was pretty decent. The 4-way X Division was good.
Really solid episode of Impact, honestly.
Yeah.
Even the segments were pretty fun during this one. And honestly, I think it was before me and Bob got on air here, I said, I think we're about to have a really segment-heavy show. And it wasn't as bad as I expected, which was nice.
Yeah.
So.
The only thing I'm not liking is this Sting stuff. Because realistically, he's already hit Joe with the bat. We've seen it. He did it at Victory Road. There should be no question as to what is going on here.
Right. And I think I guess I don't know what they're trying to do about it, but if they're trying to be like, hey, is he actually bad? And like, does he...
We're in denial.
We're in denial, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
it's like, Sting would never.
Sting wouldn't do that. We wouldn't have Sting do that, which he already did it. But the reason he did it, was it kind of like...
The respect thing.
Yes. So he did it because he was trying to protect someone else because he doesn't believe that he was being treated fairly, even though Booker's a heel.
Right.
Sting's playing that middle ground of like,
he's
the friend in the middle.
Right. Sting told Joe, that's enough. You've gone too far.
Yeah.
And then Joe continued, and then so Sting was like, okay, well, no, you're not listening to me, so I'm going to hit you with a baseball bat.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much what happened here.
So, I mean, I guess I can see it from that point, but the tease of, like, would he do it is gone because, like, he's already done.
He's already
done.
Done. There's nothing to tease. Besides, I guess, if he's going to turn heel all of a sudden, like a full-on, but, like, I don't feel like that's happening anyways. In my head, we need to figure out something for Sting. He keeps appearing on TV doing nothing. He was not on the Victory Road pay-per-view in a wrestling capacity. Right. I feel like you probably should just put him on for Hard Justice.
But for what?
That's what I mean. I don't know. Because is he just going to appear and then appear in the cage, which is supposed to keep people out?
Yeah.
The
cage never keeps people out.
No.
It doesn't even keep people in.
Okay, I hate this idea because I don't like when they do it. But what if at Hard Justice they have Sting essentially be the referee in the match?
No, I could see that.
And then it almost makes it be like, hey, he kind of has to figure out what he wants to do, and we get our answer.
Right.
I don't like when that is always the scapegoat of like who's the.
But that's what they're probably gonna do.
That's what this needs. Yeah. Okay, and there we go. That we're finally going off the air here. I don't know why that was a package that just played at the end of Impact. It was very, very World X Cup heavy, and then they showed the Booker T Samoa Joe stuff. So that was really weird, but whatever.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Honestly, I am starting to get a little bit more excited about Hard Justice. Even just the stuff we were reading about. We have this, well, I guess it's not technically signed, but weapons cage match between Booker T and Samoa Joe. I think it's easily going to be beer money against LAX again in some capacity.
Sure.
Velvet Taylor Wilde is rumored, and we're going to see some match with Kurt and AJ involved, which is always a lot of fun. So I'm starting to feel good.
Well, I'm a sucker for steps, and we get a weapons cage match. Now that kind of also, I mean, the whole point of Lockdown is all the cage matches, whatever. Now 4 months later, you're doing another cage main event.
Yep.
You know, whatever. I'm not saying not to go a whole year without a cage match or anything, but you know, it'd be like WWE doing a Hell in a Cell match and not on the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view at this point.
Right.
You know, in this era. But whatever. It doesn't matter. It's still a good episode. We are 2 weeks away now from Hard Justice on August 10th in Trenton, New Jersey. Our next episode is the July 31st edition of Impact. And I don't believe we know anything that is scheduled to take place there. So We're going in pretty much blind. So that's always usually fun, I guess. But yeah, that should wrap up this week's episode. Dallas, do you have anything else for us?
No, I don't think I do. The march to Hard Justice is coming, and then after that, we only got one more stop before Bound for Glory. So things are chugging along. So make sure that you're following us. You can go to TNAcrosstheline.com for all of our social medias and follow us on all the pages for constant posts of all the stuff that we talk about on the show. So,
all right. Well, we will see you guys next week for another edition of Impact. Until then, for Dallas Gridley, I am Bob Colling Jr., and this has been the TNA Across the Line podcast.
Put down, put down, put down. Put down, put down, put down. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Watch out, watch out, watch out. For the bomb ball.